call a futuristic hermeneutic. What makes the writings of great men such as Karl Marx prophetic? It is why the Bible is still being read even today. The hermeneutic, the futuristic hermeneutic is based on that outcome. It's sort of what think about. It's sort of like a time stuff going on in the future, and then return to the present. So like an outcome as well. Again, anyways, I digress. But I really do like Spider-Man. Anyways, and now after going to the future, you then come back to the present. I mean, obviously now I'm assuming if we were to be the good guys in this particular movie played in my head, we'd want to then make sure that the bad things we've seen happen in the future do not happen or come about. So we'd want to try to change that as soon as possible. And that's pretty much what Kentaro was trying to do. That's pretty much what his whole his strivings were all about up until the day he died, eventually. Anyways. Kennard lived during the Biafran Civil War. He worked as a civilian administrator near the port of Bonny, in the region where some of the fighting took place. So it wasn't like he was a stranger to violence. He knew what a lot of people fail to realize, that violence only begets more violence. That you can't cure a stomach upset by ingesting rat poison. So in an almost paradoxical sense, we see Saint Sarawiwa, a man who places a high premium on the value of human life, that he unequivocally abhors and denounces violence by his people, yet was unafraid to go head on against the brutal military regime, which imprisoned and tortured him many times even before his eventual arrest and death. We see Ken the Saint, who used his own personal resources, gained from his success as a writer and businessman, to travel the world, soliciting the support of the United Nations to right the wrongs of Shell and Nigeria against his people. It is on record that in July of 1992, Ken Saro-Wiwa addressed the United Nations Working Group on Indigenous Peoples in Geneva. Fast forward again to 1995, we see Ken, who leads about 300,000 Ogoni people in protest against the villainy of the Nigerian government and Shell, as a testament to his influence, or perhaps rather, the profound resonance of his cause with his people as well. Yet he never betrayed their trust. Now, at this point, it begs the question, why would someone like Ken, I mean, the man speaks and immediately 300,000 people respond and they all come behind him and they say, you know what, we are willing to march with you. We are willing to go with you as far as you're willing to go for what you do. You have people like, and the most immediate example that comes to mind is Gaddafi. You've got leaders nowadays who sort of misuse the trust that people place in them. I just tell them we're doing, and then they'll do everything I want. Guns and would have gone about vandalizing and destroying things if he said so. All Ken had to do was just say, hey, go, fight against those people and we'll get what we want. You could have done that. But Ken was never going to achieve anything in the long term by fighting. We're never going to achieve anything by bloodshed. A long-term peace. But not just ourselves, but for our neighbors, our children, and our children's children, is by laying a foundation of peace. And Ken was no coward. It wasn't like Ken was one of those kind of sort of men who, the minute he had like a band of like two plates against the other, he'd go, hiding at the corner of the room or anything like that. No. He was one of the most up-to-date, worked in the area. Anything. But the thing is, he had seen women lose kids. He had seen brothers lose, men lose their brothers and sisters, and he just knew that wasn't the way he wanted the world to be. Change pursue peace the way he did till the end of his life. Now, in ending, in bringing this to a close, I now transport us. Imagine we're still in my time machine. Now, in case you're wondering, the Niger Delta in Nigeria is one of the most, according to a most recent report by, I think, the Amnesty International, it's one of the most destroyed places on earth. It's pretty much the mortality rate there is very low. The people live next to nothing. Think of the worst place you can conjure up in your mind, and the Niger Delta is probably close to that. Imagine if your parents couldn't go to work because their places of work, of employment had been destroyed. And imagine if you couldn't go to the playground because oil was just busting out of the ground and it had destroyed everywhere. You couldn't play sports and you couldn't just have fun with your friends. That's pretty much what the Niger Delta has been turned into. And that's pretty much what Ken Saro-Wiwa was against, because he was thinking of a world where his children would be able to go about playing with each other, where they would be able to have fun with each other, where men could go fishing, which is pretty much what the people in that area subsist on primarily. And that's pretty much what was. Continued raping of the land, the destruction of the ecosystem, the abductions going on there presently. Ken Saro-Wiwa foresaw all of these. He did not want this for his people, which was why, as passionate and determined as he was in fighting for justice and equity for his people, he made sure never to incorporate violence into the struggle. Let it be known at this point that there is a stark difference between nonviolent resistance and passivity. Ken Saro-Wiwa was the former and not the latter. He was a revolutionary in every sense of the word, but he was also a humanist who believed that every human life has value. Now, I must make clear at this point the difference between, nonviolent resistance and passivity. Passivity is when you just sit down on your chair at home and you think, I want food to come to me, but you don't. But nonviolent resistance is when you say, I want food from Sainsbury's, and you go about, you actually get up and you take the bus 32 or something, and you go to Sainsbury's to get what you want, but not without, I'm not saying you're using violence and solution or anything. So, in reply to your question, which you didn't ask, or which I imagine you asked at the beginning, yes, Ken Saro-Wiwa is a saint, just as MLK Jr., Malcolm X, Steve Biko, Bruno Giuliano, and canonized by history. If the future produces people who is far better than us, peacemakers as Jesus Christ called them in his Beatitudes, then they will confirm and affirm the sainthood of Ken Saro-Wiwa. But let's not wait till then to seek peace. Thank you.
Another round of applause for Ini then. So, up next, we're going to have a young man called